Hi everyone, welcome to Iris Budgets. In today's video, I am going to be cash stuffing for the first week of November. This video is just slightly early because I'm going to London in the next hour or so and I'm away and I can't film while I'm down there, obviously. And I'm also in this video going to show you something that I have made to track my sinking funds. I hope you like it. So yeah, if that is something that you're interested in, please stick around. So the first thing we're going to do is move into my Sparkle binder here, and this is where I keep the money that I'm going to be stuffing each week. So we'll just skip over to week 3. So here is the money. And I think I've got £530, so we'll just count it out. Make sure it's right. I think I've got 430, not 530. I wish. Okay, so we've got 50 and 100. And then we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 320, 330, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400, 410, 415, 420, 425 and 430. So £430. How's everyone doing? I'm really sorry about my last video. I was on another planet is all I can say. It was absolutely horrific. So I'm really sorry if that was the first video you've ever watched from me. I feel a lot better now. Thank you to everyone who wished me well. Right, so first job is to see what I've got left over from the last week. Okay, so I always get at least a comment every other video about this. This is the Filofax Saffiano. And when you buy it, I just bought it from Amazon. It comes inside with like a personal planner, but I took that out and I've put my cash envelopes in. So we're first of all going to see what I've got left over in coins, and this will go to my coin challenges a bit later on. So we have 1, 2, 3, £4 coins, so I'll just put them to one side, and then we've got 2 50s, and then the rest will go towards my new penny challenge. So again, I'll just put that to one side. All right then, so moving into the envelopes, groceries doesn't have anything, so today we're going to add £50, so 20, 40 and 50, so £50 going into groceries. And then fuel is going to get £20. So, and that's £20 going into fuel. Nails, I'm not adding anything. When am I getting them done though? I think I'm getting them done on Thursday. So yeah, I might have to use my buffer for that because I haven't actually budgeted for my nails. I find it hard because they're every 3 weeks or so, and she prefers card. So I am thinking of taking this envelope out. I don't know. Right, eating out has got 10, and what should we do with that? We'll leave that in there and roll it over. I don't really eat out much, if you can tell. Spending has 10, and what I'm going to do is add another 10 to make it 20. Okay, so that is it. Oh, hang on, I always forget. This time I've got 3 5s left over from my shopping, which is great. And those 3 5s are going to go towards my £5 challenge later on in the video. Okay then, so that is it for my cash wallets. So we're now moving into my short-term sinking funds. Did everybody in the UK enjoy their extra hour in bed? I certainly did. Is that just here? I was wondering if like other people have daylight savings times. I don't know if I'm being daft. Okay, so short-term sinking funds, we're starting with hair and beauty, and we're going to add £20. So we have 20, 40, 50 and 60 now in hair and beauty, and I'm going to skip quite a few of these. Clothes isn't getting anything, but we've got 20. Books isn't getting anything, and we've got 5. Home isn't getting anything, and we should have 120. That's 110 and 20 in home. Garden isn't getting anything, and we should have 60. So 20, 40, 50, 60 in garden. And then gifts, we are adding £20. I took 40 out of this for that present for my niece. So in gifts, we have £100 in the bank, and then we have 20, 40, 60 and 70. So 170 in gifts. And my dad's 70th, again, isn't getting anything, but he's got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80 and 90. That's gonna come really quickly actually, because it's early December, so yeah, I do need to concentrate on that. All right then, so that is it for my short-term sinking funds. Okay, so now moving on to my long-term sinking funds. Now I did mention at the start of the video that I've made something to track my sinking funds. So I've been watching a few videos and one of the people who inspires me with quite a lot of the things that I make is Princess Budgets, and I don't know if anybody watches her channel, please do so if you don't. But she has made like basically a bit of a ring binder type savings book to track her funds. And yeah, I absolutely loved it when I seen it. So I've made my own. So this is now my sinking funds tracker. And now that I don't have my iPad in view, I think this is a nice way to actually track for the camera, as well as for myself really. So let's get into it. So the first category here in my sinking funds is my insurance. And so what I've done is I've made myself an insurance tracker here, and this is now due next September. And what I've said is my goal is £550, and each of these houses here is worth £10. So today for insurance, I'm going to be adding £15. So let's do that first. So 10 and 15, which means I have 20, 30, 40, £55 now in insurance. £55. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move my pens over here. There we go. So what I'm going to do is colour in 5.5, I guess, houses. So let's do that. Well, don't they look absolutely horrendous? Oh my goodness me. Ew, that's shocking. Right. I probably should give this time to dry, but that's the first one. So that's my insurance tracker. Okay, so next up we have my car tax. So let's move into my car tax tracker. So this one I've said my goal is 170. I think it's 165 this year. So they're going to put it up. So I might be wrong about that, but we'll see. And I've said that each car is worth a £5. So we are adding today £5. So we now have £100 in the bank, and then we have 50, 55, 65. So 165. So I think I'm not going to colour this in because, yeah, it's pointless. I'm going to do it next year. But I'm basically fully funded, I think, now for this year's car tax. So we can stop adding into that until probably January. So that's that one. And then next up we have car maintenance. Now here I've said that my goal is 300. I basically want enough for a tyre or 2 tyres. And I've said that each of these spanners is worth a tenner. So even if I can only add 5, I'll just colour in one of them. So today for car tax, I'm going to be adding in £5. I've just started this. So we now have £15 in car tax. Okay, so what should we do here? Shall we do... All right, so that's £15 in car tax. Sorry, car maintenance. All right, next up is Kingston. Now I did buy a tracker from My Money Matters, this little hen saved, I think it was. And I did buy it for this purpose, but I think rather than use it here, I'm going to use that for something different. And I've actually made myself a tracker for my property maintenance. So I've said £80. They basically just tell us what they think every year. I don't know how they work it out. So today Kingston isn't getting anything, but we've got 50, 55, 65. So we're nearly there. Again, I'm not going to fill this in because I'm nearly there and I'll just start it again next year. So that's Kingston. And then next we've got Christmas. I hope you can see this okay. I might have to redo this one. So next year for Christmas, what I'm thinking of doing is my target's going to be 500. This year it was 300, but it was purely for like going out, socialising, getting food, whatever. But I'm rethinking what I'm going to do. So next year Christmas target is 500, but that's going to include Christmas presents for my family as well. Because I've got my birthday binder, which I've showed before. I'll just quickly show you. This is my birthday binder. And in here I've got the family dog, and then I've got all of my nieces, my sisters, and my parents. And this is in the order that their birthdays are in throughout next year, and I'm going to start that quite soon. But that's separate for birthdays, so this is purely going to be for Christmas presents. So Christmas today is going to get £20. So we have £200 in the bank, and then we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. So I'm fully funded now for Christmas this year. So I'm not going to fill this in because this is my tracker for next year. So that's Christmas now, fully funded. And what I'm going to do is actually distribute some of this money into my gifts wallet, which I might do off camera, I'm not sure. So that's Christmas. All right then, so we're now moving into my holiday fund. So what I've done is, rather than use this tracker that I made for inside of the envelope, I'm actually going to put that to one side, and I've just made the same sort of tracker, but this is obviously in portrait, and I've just made it £4,000, which it might not be that much actually, because that company have just sent me a voucher. If I book a holiday between now and the end of the year for a holiday next year, and it's given me £250 off, which actually is such a lot of money. The holidays are expensive, but that's a huge amount of money, so I'm definitely going to try and take advantage of that. So it says 4,000. I probably won't need that much, but we'll go with that. Okay, so this envelope is going to get £100 today. So 50 and 100, which means I have 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 350. So 350 now in my holiday fund, and I shall now colour in the new, the new tracker. Okay, so that is my new holiday fund tracker, all filled in and the money stuffed. I'm working towards the deposit at the minute, which I think is about 500 odd quid. So once I reach that, I'll be able to book it, and then I'll work on my flights as well after that. So that is it for my holiday fund. Okay, so next up we have my trip fund, and this is the last one in my sinking funds tracker. And for this one, I've said a target of £600, and each train is worth £20. So I've kind of pulled that out of my head because I don't have anything planned, but I guess if me and my sisters wanted to go to a city for a break, or we have talked about Glastonbury, but I don't think we're going to go because we're not going to try to book tickets. That's probably a decent figure. So let's move on. Oh no, we're in trip fund. It's not going to get anything today, but we have 50, 70, 90 and 100. So £100 in trip fund, which means I can colour in 5 of these. Hey, Jesus wept, send help. I'm absolutely butchering these pictures. Oh my God, right, 20, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, mint. All right then, so that is it for my sinking funds tracker. What do you think? I really like it. It's a bit thin, but like I've made it, and I made it longer than A6 just so it can be seen better. So yeah, so that's my sinking funds tracker. And then the last one in this binder is my tax, and my tax today is going to get £45. So 20, 40 and 5. So in my tax, I've got £200 in the bank, and then I have 50, 300, 50, 400, 50, 70, 90, 510, 530, 550, 570, 590, 610, 615 and 620. So 620 in tax, and eventually once I start my business binder, which I think won't be till, I don't know, the new year, this envelope will move into that binder. All right, so that is it for my long-term sinking funds. And now moving on to my savings challenges. As usual, we're going to start with my 1K savings challenge binder. And today I'm going to add 2 40s, which I think are the last 2 40s, and a 10. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm quite far back. There we go. So 40 there, 20 and 40. And then the last one is this one here. So 20, 30, 40. And then there was a 10. Where was that? And a 10. All right then. So 2 40s and a 10. 40, 40 and the 10. Oh, we're getting so close. We're getting so close. 20, 40, 60, 110, 130, 150, 210, 230, 240, 290. Is that right? 290. 290 quid and we'll be done. Awesome. All right then. Okay, so that is it for my savings challenge binder. And now moving on to my savings challenges in this binder. So we are starting with rainy day, my rainy day fund, and that's going to get £20. So we have £300 in the bank, and then we have 20, 40, 60, 80 and 400 now. So £400 in my rainy day, which is awesome. So we can colour in another one of these. Raindrops. I need to clean that off. There we go. So that's my rainy day fund. That is for an iPhone. I know it's not technically a rainy day fund, but I guess if there was a rainy day, I'd probably just spend it on my iPhone. So yeah. All right, treats is getting skipped. And then so next we have my energy fund, and my energy fund is going to get £10. So we now have £100 in the bank, and then we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, £200, 205. 205 now in my energy fund. What did we add? 10. Should we do 2 5s? Yeah. And those who watched my last video, I mentioned about British Gas not giving me the money. It landed in my account like 3 days ago. So the £66 first went onto my electricity account in my British Gas account, and then a few days later, I don't know why they're doing it that way, but a few days later it was credited into my actual bank account. So yeah, I ended up getting it in the end, which is good. All right, so moving on to my £5 challenge, and today we are adding the 3 5s I had left over. Oh, I should have another 5. Oh, I might have messed up somewhere. Anyway, we'll add 3. So it's getting quite thick, isn't it? So another 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. So that's my £5 challenge. This saves £750. I mean, it's going to take me a long time, but I'm quite happy with this one, like taking a long time. It doesn't really matter. All right, so now we're going to move on to my coin challenges. So starting off with my Budget with Ira, My Little Book of Savings Challenges Volume 2. We're currently working on Save Doku. And today, they're all worth £1, by the way. I should have added that on last time, but I forgot. But they're all going to be, which is what I love about this book, because, you know, even with really small budgets, you can make it work for you. So they're all going to be worth £1. And today I've got to work out 4 answers because I've got £4. So bear with me. Right, so I think this one's 1 and I think this one's 2. So we'll start with those. So 1 is, I'm fully aware that I'm doing this on my own and absolutely nobody is watching, by the way. That's fine. You've all switched off. I don't blame you. 1. Oh, that's the wrong bloody colour. Hang on. I don't think it was the wrong colour. I don't know. I just don't know. 1 and 2, so that's £2. No, I'm wrong. I think this one's 4. What a flaming nightmare. I don't know why I'm trying so hard, like, because it doesn't matter. Like, I'm making myself stressed over a flipping game that doesn't matter. 4. I think that's 4. Where's the bloody 2? Well, it's got to be there, hasn't it? It can't go there, so it's got to go there. Right, that's £3. God, kill me now. Right, and this one's £2. Oh, God. I can't wait for that one. What's next? Is it easy? Making cocktails, yes. Awesome. Right. Okay, so we are going to put £4 into my Budget with Ira envelope. I did change some of the coins for 2 £10 notes. There we go. I'm not going to count it. All right then, so next up we have my Money Matters 50p challenge, and today we have 2 50 pences to add into it. So let's do that. Oops. 2 50p's, and I can colour in 2 of these. I absolutely love this challenge. I'm now like, get in when I get a 50 pence, which I know a lot of people are, but I feel you, I'm with you. All right, that's that challenge. And then last of all, we have my penny challenge. Okay, so now onto the penny challenge. We have £1.47, I think it was. Yeah, 147, and that's going to go into Errol here. Most of you loved Errol. He's a very, oh no, I'll find that later. He's a very welcome addition. So 147, so we'll just put him back and let's see what we can do. So £1.47. So the next one on the list is 88. So we can do that one. This is a much better challenge for me. I really, really like it. It's from Moo Budgets. And then we've got 59 pence, which is this one. I just feel like it's more, like, not more achievable. It's just, well, it is more achievable. It's just more satisfying, I think. I still love the old penny challenge, but yeah, it was just taking too long. All right, so that is it for my challenges. And that's it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you being here. If you like this video, please leave me a like. And yeah, if you like cash stuff and videos, I post just over sort of weekly now. And if you like that sort of thing, please consider subscribing. It means a lot. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye.